Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a very rich bass sound on the Microkorg. Let's get started. First up, Shift 3, and I hit 3 again. That initializes the patch. Basic patch now. Basic program. Here's my secret book of synth recipes. Okay, so bass. First up, layered sound. There we go. So first up, instead of single, I'm going to use layered. And from now on, I want to have both timbre sections highlighted. I hold down the timbre select button so that both sections are highlighted. Next up, I want to have this mono. Edit select knob 1. Pitch. I'm going to keep this 0. This is the first knob is just a basic transpose, and then a tune, which is measured in cents. And this is interesting because I had an email from a viewer asking about how to tune the Microkorg to a specific frequency, I guess to play along with a specific guitar tuning. If you go online, you can transform hertz into cents, and then that will give you a good value to work with to precisely tune your Microkorg. Okay, the next setting is portamento. I do want a little bit of portamento, so I believe something like 9. The next one is the bend range for the pitch bend over here, and I want a full octave for that, so 12. Okay, so next up, oscillator 1. Getting into the exciting part. I want square, and this I want to leave the various tonal controls for the square wave at 0, and I believe that's the only settings there. Okay, oscillator 2, and just know that I'm affecting both timbres at the same time because both of these LEDs are lit. Otherwise, I would have to program timbre 1 and then go into timbre 2 and then repeat the same settings, which is a waste of time. Hold down the timbre select button, and then you can affect the parameters on both sections. Okay, oscillator 2, saw wave, we want ring modulation, I believe minus 12. Oscillator 2 will be tuned an octave below, and I'm going to detune it a little bit, something like 7. Just to add a little bit of variation, just so that it's not so clean. This bass sound you'll see is pretty thick and distorted, I guess. I don't know about warm, but definitely it has some impact. Okay, the mixer section. Oscillator 1 at 127 maximum. Oscillator 2, though, also needs to be at 127. Noise level 0. Okay, filter now. Now, when you're thinking of bass, you're thinking of, low-pass filter. Well, I disagree. Actually, for certain bass applications and the kind of bass sound, the dominant bass sound that I want here, a high-pass filter is better. You'll see why. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the high-pass filter really low so that it passes a lot of the signal through, but I'm going to add some resonance. Since the high-pass filter, the edge of the high-pass filter is set quite low in the frequency spectrum, the resonance actually bumps that low section without losing the grit of the high end. So that's quite interesting for certain dominant full range kind of bass sounds. And I'm going to put it there. Okay, so let's see what it sounds like so far. I would say that is pretty... it's there. Okay. However, it's a little bit static, it's very buzzy. So, first up, affect the filter, the intensity of the filter envelope. So that the filter envelope has a little bit of bearing on how the filter behaves. And I'm setting this here so that then when I move on to the filter envelope section, which is the next one, it'll have an effect. Filter key tracking, -17. That works. All right, time to create a filter envelope. First up, something very slight on the attack. Pretty short decay. And nothing for the sustain or the release. And the filter envelope is set to reset at every key press, which is what I want. Okay, the amp, I want full volume, perfect. I want the sound to be centered in terms of the panning. I'm going to add distortion. Oh, and then this is, I guess, keyboard tracking for the amp kind of envelope, I guess. And I kind of want a negative value here to emphasize the low end. Let's hear what it sounds like now. Okay, I like that. Very grungy, indeed. Okay, so, amp envelope right now. So, nothing on the attack, because we want the sound to hit immediately. However, I think a pretty short decay could be good, or medium decay. Right now, the sustain is at full. I want to bring that down, and I'll add just a teeny bit of a release. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna experiment with the filter EG, so that the filter envelope, I want this to be stronger. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, high pass. Okay, so the MPG. Okay. Oh, also for the amp, I want the envelope to reset at the start of every key press. Okay, LFO 1. Gonna have try LFO. That's gonna be pretty slow, 23. Okay, and then LFO 2, on the other hand, gonna be a sine wave LFO, but perfect, faster. Okay, perfect. Time to move on to edit select knob 2. For patch 1, LFO 1 is going to be routed to second oscillator, the tuning of the second oscillator. And there's going to be a little bit of variation on that. Patch 2. Patch 2 is going to be the mod wheel routed to the cutoff. There we go. And need to add some intensity to that. There we go. Next up, the modulation wheel should also affect, for patch 3 that is, modulation should affect the kind of the tone of the first oscillator. We'll leave patch 4 as it is, so there won't be any routing there. And I said that I should add a little bit of phaser for some reason. See what that sounds like. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the EQ. I'm going to go to about 480, and I'm going to boost it a fair amount. And then I'm going to go to 6 kilohertz, and I'm going to cut by 10. There we are. There we are. That's pretty much what I wanted. Okay, so there you go. A very dirty, very distorted bass line. It's very playable, and that you can use in hard-hitting productions. Thanks for watching.